Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 16th layout using the May Hip Kit, and this one took me an hour and 10 minutes to complete. And to true fashion to the end of my kits, I'm going to do a grid layout, and I'm trying to use up again as many things as I can. When I put this kit away, I do not want to, the least things I can put in my stash, the better. So I have a bit of pattern papers, and a lot of them I just use them in the size that they are, and I just kind of build my blocks around that. Or when I first start, I just kind of put it where I think it's going to go, and then if it needs cutting down, I cut it down. So I'm going to play with the placements for a little bit, and I still have some strips of like branding strips that I'm going to try to use, and leftovers. And then I just make almost like a puzzle with it, and some of it is going to change just because of the colors. I wanted some colors in a specific place because at this point I had no idea what pictures I was going to use again. And at one point I'm going to decide, okay, it's time to choose pictures. So I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm actually going to print off some pictures with my Canon selfie, and then I'm going to come back. But I love these kinds of layouts because I find it's sort of an overview of the kit once, for one thing, because you kind of use up all the colors that, or a lot of the colors that were in the kit, and I like that. It's kind of like a summary of the kit for the month, and it's a great way to use little bits and pieces that otherwise is going to end up in the trash. And I don't keep, well, I didn't keep little bits and pieces because I found that it was just too much. Like it just clutters up the scrap room too much. Maybe once I'm in my new scrap room and I can dedicate a place that maybe I have like drawers that are for specific colors, and then that way it's more organized. But for me to just throw it all in one container, it just doesn't get used up. So my goal right now is just to get as many done as possible. And then I started doing some, do-it-yourself embellishments, and some of it is, using scraps. So I might try to find a little, I don't know, where I'm redoing my scrap room, I might try to find one drawer that I can throw, not big pieces of scraps, like little pieces, or I might try to punch it out before I put it away. And then that way I have these bits and pieces to do, do-it-yourself embellishments. So be watching in the next little bit. I have 4 of them filmed already. I just haven't had time to upload them to iMovie and put them on YouTube because I'm trying to do these voiceovers because we're leaving in 3 days, and I am working all these days. Like I did 1 day shift, and now I'm just did a night shift, and I got 2 more to do. And on Friday, I gotta sleep, get up, clean, get my hair cut, pack, and then Saturday morning we are leaving, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. I have a hard time sitting still at work. Like I keep getting up and walking around, and everybody's like, "Why are you so on edge?" And it's like, I can't wait to leave. I can't wait to have so much fun. We decided where we're going to go, which part of it is kind of, we've already done it, but every time we've gone before, we've taken the dogs or the dog, and we couldn't do anything because, you don't want to leave the dog in the kennel all day and you're out doing stuff. So we would bring the dog, and even shopping, like, some of us could go in the store and the other people would have to stay behind. So this time we're not taking the dog, so we're going back to Boston. I think we're going to try and get in again in our favorite campground. I don't know if there's going to be any room, but we're going to try to get in for 5 days there. So that's past Boston. It's in Foxborough. And then we can go to our favorite outlet place, which is in Attleboro, which is the next place over, next little city or town over. And then on the way home, which we're going to stay there 5 days, on the way home, which is about 4 hours away, I guess, we're going to stop in Mount Washington. Oh, and we're going to do some zip lining and all kinds of fun stuff. But while we're in Boston, we've never gone to the aquarium, and we're going to go do some whale watching. And so a lot of stuff that we haven't done before. So super fun and a lot of opportunities for photos. But anyway, because I said in the last video, I'll talk about it a little further in the video, and then I realized the video was done and I didn't talk about it. And probably by this time this video goes up, we'll be home already, because I kind of went on a power scrapping and then a power voiceovering, and I think like 11 videos up on YouTube right now ready to release, so that while I'm gone, it's like I never left. So anyway, back to the layout. I wanted to use up some of these washi tapes, which I love washi tapes. I love these washi tapes. I'm not saying I don't love the booklet, but once you use that one washi tape, it's gone. It's gone forever. And unless you buy another, $5 booklet. And but I did want, because there was a booklet of washi tape in this kit, I did want to use some of the washi tape so that you could see that there was washi tape in this kit. And I loved that blue and white star pattern paper, and it's going to be perfect for a photo. And then the pink one is big too, so that's going to be perfect for a photo. I ended up putting 4 photos on this layout, and it's all about one day. It was June 11th, so less than a month ago, and it was about my day. And the title for this layout, which at this point I had no idea what pictures I was going to use. I was just playing with pattern papers, and it's just fun to start a layout and you have no idea what you want to do. You just kind of put the stuff down, and then, I did stop the recording and then kind of decide what I was going to do as far as pictures, and then I keep going. So at this point, I know, okay, I'm done with the pattern papers. Everything's down. It's all in blocks. So I'm going through everything that's on my desk, kind of getting rid of whatever is left of pattern papers, because I'm not going to need those anymore. And then I just kind of gathered up everything that was embellishments. And at this point, I didn't have very much at all. So I didn't even try to, divide it into colors, which usually is what I do. But I knew this one was going to be a multicolored page. So I just threw all the embellishments that was left onto the page. And then I was like, I'm just going to try to use up as many things as I can. And the very next layout is my last layout. So we'll say in 2 days from now, you'll see the last layout and everything I have left in the kit. And it's not very much, which I'm so happy with, because this month, oh my goodness, we had a ton of stuff. So at this point, I stopped the video. I decided what pictures I was going to use, and that's when I decided I was going to do it on this day, because I think I did this page like maybe 3 or 4 days after it happened. Like, this page has been done forever. By the time you see this, it'll be like a month that this page is done, but I'm doing the recording way early. I did this page almost 2 weeks ago, and today's July 1st, and it's going to be late, but happy Canada Day, my Canadian friends. And I have to work tonight, but that's okay because it's casual night, so woot woot, I get to wear jeans. So anyway, this day, June 11th, was such a fun day. And so I printed everything that I did that day. First of all, I met my friend at Starbucks. No, first of all, we went to the bank and signed for the papers or for the loan for our car. Then I went to Starbucks and I had a vanilla frappe. Yum. And then we went for a spa day, which was a massage, a facial, and a pedicure. Then we went and picked up our new car, which, can you see the color of it? Lime green. And in some lights, in some at some time of the day, it looks yellow, and then other times it looks green, lime green. And then to finish it off, we wanted to go for a drive because, my son hadn't seen it yet. So when we got home, we picked him up, and then we went to a little place here in our little hometown in Shediac. And it's all seafood. So all kinds of food, but we did the seafood. So we had clams and scallops. Well, my husband had the clams. I had the scallops and French fries, and my son had fish and chips. And oh my goodness, it was good. So it was just a perfect day. And so I'm going to end up using 4 pictures. I had printed up 5. I took a picture of us in the car, but I'm not going to end up using that one. So the first one I'm going to put down is the vanilla frappe, and I'm just going to build a little cluster on top of that. And then that tag that came in the pink paisley die cut pack, I tried to use that tag so many times, and it was perfect for this layout. I just put it sideways, and that's where I'm going to build my title. So I'm going to use that big ampersand. So I end up using a lot of stuff on this layout, and a lot of bits and pieces and little leftovers of packages. I'm going to end up killing a lot of stuff on this layout, and which is great. And then the next layout is also bits and pieces, which I end up killing a whole bunch of other stuff. And I love that. I love at the end of the kit that I just kind of figure out layouts that I can use the rest of it. Now, there was one pattern paper that was all lemons, and I'm not saying that this car's a lemon, but it was yellow. And actually, if you want to say, our other car, which it wasn't a lemon either, I mean, it was good to us. We had it for, let me see, 11 years, 12 years. The last 6 years, it was paid off, and we were putting between $300 and $500 a year on it. So we drove that thing to the ground. So back in March or February, the motor went, and we decided that it wasn't worth it to put $1,000 into it because the frame was going and everything. So we just decided, we went one car until we decided what we wanted to do. Did we want to get a second car? And we don't have a choice. We did it for March, April, May, June. We did it for 4 months, and hockey season is heck. It's so hard with just one car. And so we decided to get a second car. And our truck, we have less than a year to pay for it. So we know that we're only going to have, 2 vehicle payments for a year, and then our truck is going to be done. And then we'll decide. I think we want a truck, though. It's not a truck that we have, it's an SUV, but I think we want a big truck because we want to get a travel trailer instead of a tent trailer. But anyway, we have a year to decide. And where we decided not to build this year, we don't have, a bigger house payment for the next year. So we were good with getting another car. So we were in the dealer, going from dealer to dealer, looking at cars, and we drove by this car, and I'm like, stop. So we got out and we start looking at it, and a young dealer, I guess, came out, and he's like, can I help you with something? And I said, oh, I want to look at that car. And he said, it's 2 years old, but it's only got 14,000 kilometers on it. And so we went for a drive, and it still smelled new. And my husband drove it, and it handled like it was a new car. And so anyway, then we tried a few others, but we kept coming back to this one because it was basically new. It had all kind of warranty left on it, and it only had a little bit of kilometers on it. And my son is 15. So this summer, actually, I have him signed up for his young drivers and defensive driving, and in August. So I said to my husband, let's not And I hate the term, but let's not get a granny car, because he didn't want to go for his license. So, and he has to. Being a boy, they need to get their license very young because then the insurance price is going to be outrageous. So I said, let's get a car that he's going to think is really kind of cool to drive, fun to drive. And this car is perfect. It's a Dodge Dart. It has the sporty look, but it doesn't go fast like a sports car. So it's perfect. And it's really cool inside. And on the hood, it's got a stripe. So it looks like a little sporty car. So perfect. But like I said, it doesn't go fast like a little, a sports car. So perfect. So we decide to get it. So that day, like I said, started off with going to the bank, which I was only there. She was super, because I was going to be late for my spa day. So I was there for like 10 minutes. And then I met my friend at Starbucks. We just got our things. We were there maybe 10 minutes, and then we went for a spa day, and then we went to pick up our car, and then we went for supper. It was just the perfect kind of day. So the title is going to be My Kind of Day, and I love it, which I did. I mean, you can't have days like that every day because, man, you wouldn't be able to afford that, right? But I thought at that point that I was done with the layout. I kind of showed you, but then I walked away and I thought, no, just do a little bit more on it. So then I used the puffy enamel stickers, not puffy stickers, the enamel stickers. And I had one left and a few arrows that's, happy. And then I'm going to end up using some puffy stickers. So I walked away from it. And when I came back, I was like, you know what? You can add a little bit more embellishments. And unfortunately, there won't be any close-ups because, like I said, I'm trying to do these voiceovers so that I can get them all uploaded to YouTube before we leave, so that I have videos to upload while I'm gone. But I ended up using a lot of acetates, a lot of the puffy stickers, a lot of the lemon embellishments because the car was yellowish limeish green, and when it says when life gives you lemons, make basically lemonade, which our car broke down, so hey, we got a new car. So I put 2013 Dart next to the car, and that's it. That's going to complete my 16th layout. So thanks for joining me today. Bye.